Yo, how's everybody doing? Let me adjust a few things. Let me just adjust a few things. How is everybody doing? I am live right now. Um, it is Gladys Knight's birthday today, apparently. I say apparently, because that's how British people speak, apparently. But I'm just saying on his face, it says happy 78th birthday to Gladys Knight. So happy birthday to Gladys Knight. Uh, I figured I'll come to my car. Ooh, let me pause that. Come to my car, get some food, talk for a little bit, get my hands sanitized so that I'm not, spreading germs and COVID and whatnot. I don't have COVID, but you never know. You never know. It's always, guess, good to be precautionless. So, I got some food and I got some thoughts. So here's the food. It is a doner burger. Look at this. It is a doner burger. I don't know how common these things are. I don't know if I've seen one before. Maybe I have. I just don't remember. But it's got a brioche bun. So doner kebab doner meats, but inside a burger bun. They got some mayonnaise and lettuce in there as well. I would say that what they gave me does look a little bit different to what the picture looked like. The picture looked like it had some tomatoes and maybe some gherkins in there or something, and then that's what they gave me. There's no tomatoes or gherkins in here. But he did give me like some extra meat. But here's the thing though. Apparently it's a new thing they're doing. And on the post on the outside of the shop, I had the price on it, $2.99 for the meal. But because it's new, I guess he hadn't had the prices memorized. But he was asking me, the actually guy in the shop was asking me, what's the price of this? He said, what's the price of the poster? And at that point, I could have lied. I could have said, you know what? It's 99p for the burger and the meal. I could have said that. I didn't though. I didn't. I said, yeah, it was $2.99, which was the price on the poster. He said, cool. And then he gave me some extra meat on the burger as well, which is pretty cool. So honesty is the best policy because you get extra meat sometimes. Not always, because he didn't have to give me extra meat. He didn't have to, but he did. We figured, hey, thanks for being honest. I'm going to give you some extra meat. Oh yeah, that's what happened. But yeah, I'm going to eat that burger in a bit. I'm going to get the chip first. I don't know about y'all, but I like to eat in stages. So on a meal like this where you got burger and chips, I've got a drink down there as well. The drink I won't have now because it's too much sugar. I'm going to do it later. But you saved the best till last. So the burger's the best bit. These the chips go first. The chips are okay. These chips are pretty... I know they're fresh because I saw him take them out of the freezer. So they're not like refried chips or nothing like that. I know that. But they taste like they have been. You know what? Your own chips have been like out in a while and they just get dumped back in the fryer. That's what they taste like. But I know that's not the case because I did see him take them out of the freezer. I saw him put them in the fryer. These are fresh chips. Well, as fresh as, it can be when they're frozen. But they taste like they've been refried. They taste like they've been fried, left out in the open for a while, and then dumped back in the fry. That's what they taste like. Even though that's not what happened. So I don't know, maybe this guy needs to change his chip supply or something because these chips ain't doing it. Well, what's on my mind though? I guess a few things on my mind. We haven't had a food stream in a while. Yeah. Look at that. Kebab burger. I don't spill too much, but that's a kebab burger and some chips. That's what we got today. I'm looking forward to trying that out. These chips aren't too nice. They're like, when you have chips, they fried, you've been out for a while, and you refry them. That's what they taste like. But I know that's not what he did because I did see him take them out of the freezer. I watched them take them out of the. In fact, I'm pretty sure he opened a new bag as well. Oops, that looks great. I'm pretty sure I saw him open a new bag of chips, put them in the fryer and fry them properly. So I don't know why they taste like a little bit stale. I don't know, maybe it's because whoever supplies the chips. Yeah. These chip supplies, they look naked. They are naked. Well, they got a little short on them. Not fully naked. They're they got a bikini, I suppose. not fully dressed. Put a little bit of salt, but no spice. No sauce either. So yeah, they got their knickers on, but tits are out. How you doing, Sam? How's your day going? How's your day been? Appreciate you joining this impromptu live stream. As I'm eating chips somewhere in Shepherd's Bush. Shepherd's Bush is West London. Is it West 12? I can't remember. I'm looking for a sign, a street sign. I can see a street sign, but I can't see what the postal area is. But anyway, West side of London. Whoa, what up, Al? It's going all right today, isn't it? We got that's what we got today, Al. In case you missed it, is a kebab burger, a doner burger, brioche bun, chips, and a drink. I won't have the drink now though. But that's what we got today. So I'm gonna save the burger till last. I'm gonna eat the chips first because the chips are tasting a bit off. So I'm gonna eat that first, and hopefully the burger leaves a nice taste in my mouth. So how are you guys doing? I do have some water, so let me take some of that. Well, it's not really. It's if I told you this was water, you might be a bit worried. It's honey and lime juice and water. So it's water with honey and lime juice in it. That's why it looks a bit off color. But yeah, I have a whole bottle of this I drink throughout the day. Because you know, gotta drink more water. All good. Took the kids to Bridlington, paid off my camping holiday, and chilled on the beach. Ooh, all paid for. Just need to go do it then. That's like a big worry off. When you could like pay for something in advance, and that way by the time you do it, you don't have to worry about, oh, how am I gonna pay for this and that? It's just all done. That's a good feeling. Not too bad, just chilling, illin' and chilling, maxing and relaxing. I've been shoot some b-ball though, outside with a couple of guys who are up to no good, started making trouble in the neighborhood. Did you get in one little fight? Did your mum get scared and made you go live with your auntie and uncle in Bel Air? I mean, I don't know. It's a bit improbable, but it's not impossible, right? I'll tell you what I was thinking about today, though. I watched a video on YouTube a little while ago, maybe about a week ago, and they were saying that men choose who they love, right? And he basically was saying that in a way that, you know, where we control our emotions and decide who we love. And I'm not sure that's exactly true. You know, I'm not sure that's exactly true. I mean, I think you choose who you want to be with, certainly. And ideally, you choose to be with someone that you do love, right? That's the ideal scenario. But I don't know if we're like in control of our emotions like that. I mean, I think we can control our actions, and that could help to bring our emotions in line. But I don't know if we could control you know, who to love like that. Like, I'm just gonna be like, I love you, and just decide that I love somebody just like that. I don't know if we could just turn our emotions on and off, you know, like a tap or something, like a light switch. I don't know if we can do that. I think sometimes you just can't explain why you love somebody. You have no idea why you love them. They're not always a nice person. They're not always even nice to you. But sometimes you still love them anyway. That doesn't mean you have to be with them just because you have to know that stuff. And that's another thing. Just because you love someone doesn't mean you have to be with them, because, you know, like I say, they might not be a nice person. But ultimately, it's like, sometimes you love someone that's bad for you. Sometimes the person who's good for you, you just don't have any feelings for. You know, it's just human experience. It's not always logical. Still got all the stuff to buy for camping. Yeah, I'm bare classy, by the way. Just sucking the sucking the chip potato thingy off my arm. I think I missed as well. Don't know if I can find it somewhere. Eat it. Okay, so what's up to pay for camping? A camping virgin. Okay, first time going camping. I don't think I've ever been camping before, actually. I mean, not unless you count the time that I fell asleep on a park bench. That's a true story. Fell asleep on a park bench once. How come they show feet on YouTube and you can't? Well, the rules of YouTube are hella complicated. I don't think we decided we love. We choose our partners, sure, but love, no. Yeah. You know, I think. There we go. I found it. Got it. Got the chip thing off my arm. You know. Yeah, I feel like there's things that we can do that, you know, like, for example, let's say there's somebody that you love, but you know that person's bad for you. You can decide to stay away from that person, and then over time, you know, your feelings change. But it's not like you can just stop loving somebody, you know what I mean? Because the reasons you love someone and the reasons you don't love another person aren't always clear. You know, emotions aren't logical, they're emotions. And I think it's like, sometimes it's just about finding that balance between emotion and logic, but not trying to lean too much towards the other. Because I think trying to base a relationship purely on logical thinking, you won't really have a relationship. You know, you just have an arrangement that says like, okay, well, we'll be together if you do this, and this, and I'll do that, and that, and then as long as we both fulfill the terms of our agreement, we'll stay together. You know, that's an arrangement. That's not a relation. I mean, if that works for some people, sure, go for it. I'm not trying to knock it. If that works for people, hey, not my place to judge. But I just think if you do things like that, you know, you're not allowing yourself to really feel what it can be like to be loved. And I don't know about y'all, but being loved is an amazing feeling, you know? Knowing that somebody feels that for you, not just because, you know, you did something for them, but just because they feel that for you. You know, if you ever, you know, if you know what that feels like, you know what I mean. But I feel like if you're gonna be in a relationship with somebody, that it needs to be real. Like above all else, it needs to be real. But hey, it's a weird old world and with weird old people in them. Love isn't logical. Love can be amazing, but it can be painful. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? All right, let's see. This is the Donna burger, the brioche bun, lettuce and mayo. I just took a little piece of the Donna. It's not too bad. Let's see what the whole thing is doing. It's all right. I don't know. Maybe if it did have the gherkins in it, like the poster showed, I might feel a bit different. But it's all right. Maybe a bit more mayo, maybe a bit more cheese, maybe some burger sauce might go nice with it. But as it is right now, it's not bad. I mean, to be fair, $2.99 for the burger and chips and a drink. So for the price, it's pretty good. I'd say that. For the price, it's pretty good. I can't complain for the price. But for the taste, it's alright. But for $2.99, yeah, I can dig it. If I paid like £6 for this, I might be a bit pissed off. But for $2.99, I'm good with that. I'm good with that. Water's almost finished. Where's it from? It's from a shop called Milko? I can't remember. I really can't remember the name of the shop, but it's a small shop, I guess. Not like a big chain or anything like that. But I was just passing by and I saw I saw the post in the window and I thought, I'll try that. I'm sure that I think I have an M in the name, Myco, something like that. But yeah, somewhere in Shepherd's Bush. It's a shop in Shepherd's Bush. I've been on the socials, had much. All I'm seeing is the Texas shootings, and I don't like getting into it. And yeah, that's so sad, man. It's Texas, it's Buffalo a few weeks ago, or last week, I think. Apparently, there's a whole bunch of other shootings that happened in the last few weeks that I saw somebody on Twitter saying about some other stuff that's happened. It's crazy. But yeah, I get that. I get that. Whole thing was really sad. And the more I hear about it, the sadder it gets. But yeah, like I say, it's a lot to get into. So maybe some other time. Okay, I could taste the mayo a bit more now. Before I wasn't really tasting the mayo. I guess you don't put that much mayo on it. Probably just put like a drop of mayo on the back or something. Well, overall, I get some thumbs up though. For $2.99, the donut burger from a shop in Shepherd's Bush, Milko. I'm sure it begins with an M, maybe. So the Uxbridge Road in Shepherd's Bush, if that helps. Yeah, thumbs up. If you're ever in Shepherd's Bush, there was a shop called Myco or something like that. Definitely worth trying. For $2.99, good price. Good price indeed, yeah. I'd say the whole making it political, let's some people just will not argue, so I avoid it. It just makes me want to hook my kids tighter rather than shoot my mouth off on social. It really shouldn't be a political thing, you know? It shouldn't be a this side and that side. It's like, why would anybody be okay with this, you know? I mean, I know there's a lot about gun culture in America that us Brits just don't understand. But surely it's like, man, certain, man. Because these aren't new. It's not like it's just only, no, these have been going on for the longest time. I think, not the first one that ever happened, but certainly the first one that I can remember happening was the Columbine one. I can't remember what year it was, but I guess that'd be quite a while back now. And that was the first major one I remember hearing about. And it just seems to have gotten more and more frequent over the years. And no, not just America. I know they've happened in other places as well, but the vast majority seems to have happened in America. And it's like, I don't know what has to be done, but you'd think like all these people in charge. What's his face? Joe Biden. This, you know what? Like you say, it's a lot to get into, but suffice to say, this dude, I'm not sure he realizes he's the president, quite frankly. I'm not sure he realizes that he's actually in charge of a country. And before anybody gets on about what about, listen, I know Britain's politicians, yeah, incompetent. I ain't even gonna try and pretend otherwise, but dude, man's gone on social media, go on Twitter talking about something needs to be done. Like, nigga, you are the president, do something. Like, fact is, these guys have no power. They're just figureheads. And that's clear, that's been clear, that the president don't mean nothing. Because these things been going on for time and they all say the same thing. It's like, what's the point? What is the point? Like, what are you actually there for? Why go through all this? Just for what? Just to... Just to say the same things that everyone's been saying and still do nothing, like everyone's been doing nothing. What are you watching on Movie Monday? Rosewood. Oh shit. Bloody hell, that might be a bad timed movie at this point. Actually, we'll see. Look how my shooting was in 1999. Yes, over 20 years ago. Then, okay. Yeah, I remember when that happened. Same thing happening then as it happened now. They blamed it on the video games, and it's like, nah, come on, man. Stop scapegoating and actually do something. The biggest issue is mental health. With a clear head, does stuff like that. Oh, for sure. I mean, there's something wrong with somebody who thinks it's a good idea to go shoot up a place like that. I don't know. Stop selling guns to people with mental issues. I don't know. Yo, what up, Brax? How you doing? Yeah, we're just talking about some things. It's a sad world, man. Sad times. But hey, I'm trying to try and get whatever kind of positivity out of this world as we can. This pandemic mental health is on the rise massively. Yeah, no one wants to talk about that. Yeah, I had a feeling you'd make a video on this. Good practice. Yeah. I mean, there was quite a lot of talk about mental health. I remember, like, sort of pre-lockdown, there was quite a lot of talk about mental health and all the sort of things we can do to help with mental health and things like that. It was quite a big discussion at the time. But then lockdown kind of kicked in, and it just seemed to just like fall by the wayside. Nobody seems to care that much anymore, and it was like, it was just, yeah, it was a stay at home and go to work, don't go to work, go to work. If you could go to work, don't go to work. If you can't go to work, go to work. It was like, oh, jeez. I think what it comes down to is that there's always going to be a battle between freedom and safety, right? And there's going to be those of us who value their freedom more than they value safety, and then those of us who value safety more than they value freedom. And of course, that's going to change depending on your situation and depending on your circumstance and what exactly it is you're doing and whether it's worth the risk and this and the other. But ultimately, it's going to come down to freedom versus safety. You know, how much freedom, the more freedom you have, the less safe you are. The more safety you have, the less free you are. And it's just trying to find that balance that works for you in any given situation. Sometimes you want to be more freer, sometimes you want to be more safer, right? And when it came to the pandemic and that whole thing, I think there was a lot of people who valued their freedom more than they valued safety. But then a lot of people who were, say, in charge valued safety more than they valued freedom. And it was just a problem, because you're being told to stay indoors when it's like, I don't want to stay indoors. You know, I want to go out, and if that means I catch something, I'm okay with that. Like, there were people who had that kind of attitude. They weren't bothered about catching something, you know, because I know that whole thing was like, oh, well, what if you pass it on to grandma? It's like, well, they don't live with their grandma, you know. These are people who they're young, they live on their own, you know, they hang with their friends, they want to party. I get it. I get it, because that's your peak partying age at sort of 18, 20, you know, that kind of age. That is your peak partying age. Like, you just got done with, like, you know, college and uni and stuff like that. You're about to enter into the workforce where you're not going to be doing these things as much. That is your peak partying time at that age. And then you're being told you can't go out, you can't stay, you can't do, if you stay, this is closed, that's shut down. And it annoyed a lot of people, because it's like, this is the time that you really want to be living your life. And you're kind of weighing up these things in your mind. Okay, look, I know this disease is going around, but I'd rather still go out. And if I catch something, okay, I'll stay indoors and whatever. But you don't even have that option. So yeah. And I know a lot of people might look at it and think, well, of course, you know, because partying's not that important anyway. It's like, okay. But when you're, you know, 18, 19, 20, that kind of age, parties are everything. Clubbing is everything. That is the peak time. That is the best time to be partying, really. And for a lot of people, it was just taken away from them. It might not sound like much to like us old folks, like, yeah, whatever, yeah. But for the young guys, I get it. You know, that is the time that you need, where you want to be having the most amount of fun. I know I did when I was that age, so it's like, I can't be mad at the kids now wanting to do that. And quite frankly, if I was sort of that age during a pandemic, I'd probably be going out too. Like, I'd be looking at finding some secret party somewhere. I'd be doing that too. So I ain't even mad at it, you know. It's like, I know some people have been mad, like, oh, these kids, they don't take it seriously. It's like, yeah, they're not supposed to take it seriously. They're kids. You're supposed to go out and do silly things when you're that age. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do, but it just got taken away from them.
full blood sister just now. I had a second or third talk about it. You already know I'm pro 2A, so the so-called gun control, gun restriction, etc. is out of the question. Period. I'm like, I guess I don't need mental health assistance. I get on really well with the voices. We're besties now.
Yeah, my voices give me good advice sometimes. So here's the thing about that though, Brex. I mean, like I said earlier, it's like I understand there's like differences between UK and America, and the gun culture in America is something that a lot of Brits I don't think we fully understand, you know. And so I mean, I get that. Okay, there's people who are pro sort of Second Amendment, the right to bear arms, and things like that. But and I get that. Okay, I know one of the arguments is that most gun crime involve illegally purchased weapons, illegally obtained weapons, right? So I understand that bit, but for the weapons that are purchased legally and are being used in these like mass shootings and things like that, like I mean, what I don't understand is like, what's the problem with having some control around that? You know what I mean? Like, why is that still an issue? Like, I get that. Okay, there's other things going on, and there's other factors, and there's illegal guns, and that's a whole other issue as well. But for the guns that are being purchased legally and being used in these mass shootings, then where's the harm in having restrictions around who can get those and making sure those guns don't go to people who are, you know, crazy in the head or something like that? You know what I mean? Like, why is that a problem? So I don't understand.
If you want to party, Boris is having a rave at his house.
Boris has like shitty parties though. Like, what is it, like cheese and biscuits or cheese and wine or whatever? That sounds like a crap party. I mean, yeah, he shouldn't have done it because he's the one telling people to stay indoors. So definitely a hypocrite. But I'm just saying though, like that sounded like a shit party. Like cheese and wine, like, bruh. I mean, first of all, these are Tories, so I'm pretty sure what we heard about it, what we heard isn't the full story. Like, there was probably like cocaine going at that party. They probably had hookers at that party, strip. They probably had all kinds of madness going at that party. Like, listen, them Tories are mad. You understand? Them Tories on a mad one. We heard about cheese and wine. That's not the. I promise you, that is not the whole party. I can all but guarantee you that that party was not just cheese and wine. Like, these guys are Tories, as much as they be all like, we're conservative and stuff like that. That's the image they present to the world. But these guys are on the most amount of drugs. They're banging the most amount of hookers. Listen, watch this here. 5 years from now, 10 years from now, you're gonna be hearing about some prostitute named Starlight or whatever talking about, oh yeah, I'm gonna reveal the true story about Partygate and all that kind of stuff. Pigs, right? David Cameron's like, oh no, I don't want no prostitute. I'm good with this pig.
No American and Southern and you're British, so of course we're gonna have completely separate takes. Ain't that some beautiful ish? Well, indeed.
Part of what makes the world a wonderful place, that people see things differently and we could talk about things and express things, and I may not always understand things, and but we could always talk about stuff and try to find some kind of middle area.
You don't understand gun culture, but we do have huge knife crime.
Well, that is true.
If guns was allowed here, it would be bad.
Yeah, I mean, we do have. I mean, gun crime. Yeah, we do have gun crime in the UK and in London. There's quite a bit of it in certain areas. Of course, they're all illegally purchased guns in those cases. Usually like gangs and things like that. But yeah, knife crime is huge. Various other attacks been happening as well. So yeah, we ain't innocent, that's for sure.
crime doesn't ever go away without guns. It just gets worse. Why does civilian need an AR-15 assault rifles? There's absolutely no reason for a civilian to own a military-style weapon. Yeah, over there in Europe, y'all got knife crime. Got mofo, high rate of it.
Yeah, it's I mean, to be honest, if guns were legal in the UK, I'd probably go get one. You know, I'd probably go get one. I mean, I don't know if I'd buy bullets though, because I don't think I'd want to actually shoot it. Certainly not on a regular basis. Like I just want I'd have it more for like display purposes. You know, you put it at the wall or something like that. That's what I might do if guns were legal in the UK. To buy one and just like have it on my wall, and maybe every now and then, you know, put a. Actually, no, you can go to shooting ranges. We do have shooting ranges in the UK. I'm pretty sure we do have shooting ranges in the UK. I've never been to one, but I'm pretty sure they do exist. So yeah, maybe one of these days I'll go to a shooting range and shoot some guns.
So you'll know in 2018 the homicide rate in London was high with knives alone. The homicide rate in my city with guns, being that New York is a pro-gun restriction state.
Okay, so you had more. Okay, gotcha. I see what you're saying. Yeah. I think I heard something like that actually. I can't remember the specifics of it, but I think, yeah. I remember hearing something like that. But yeah, New York would be. I mean, New York's a major city, so I'd imagine they'd have to restrict guns there, just because. I mean, you got like what, 8-9 million people in the city there. It's probably not a good idea to just have guns running around. Probably not.
You have to protect themselves and protect their property. It's an effective tool in a military-style rifle dog military weapons, but banned in the mid to late 1980s, I think.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you're buying a weapon to protect yourself, okay, cool. I get that. But that wouldn't be a restriction, though. Like, you should be able to have a weapon. I mean, if you feel you need it to protect yourself, I feel like that's fine. I mean, I don't know. I guess when people talk about gun control and gun restrictions, what I think that means might be different to what it actually means. You know, because what I think that means when people say gun control, gun restriction, it sounds like to me they're talking about, like, you know, putting laws in place that restrict who can buy a gun based on whether, you know, they're mentally stable, or, you know, have a history of crime, and, you know, stuff like that. If they've been shown to be irresponsible gun owners in the past, you know, that sort of thing. That's what I think it means, but I don't know, maybe it means something else. Maybe gun restriction actually means something completely different, and like I say, there's certain things we just not gonna we don't understand, because it's a different culture and attitude towards weapons that we have over here than you have in America.
The so-called assault weapons was put in place in 1994 and thankfully lifted in 2004.
So that'd be like the things like the AR-15s and stuff. Need to protect myself.
The main thing is to harden the weaker targets. The schools needs to be more fortified with more on-campus police, along with armed faculty and staff. I know a few far-left Americans who want a ban of guns. They want to defund the police. Also makes no sense to me.
The schools are going to get more and more like prisons. Man, you could be sending your kids to school and be like, you got like a guard there. You got like some buzzer coming in with metal detectors. We could get like searched on the way in. Hear that when they open the doors. When they do those PCA meetings, they're gonna have like those shields set up in between the teacher and the student, the teacher and the parents. You'll speak on those phones. So how's Jimmy doing today? How's his English exam going? English tests.
If you're here in the south, you'll see this is the gun sanctuary down in the red states.
Yeah, defund the police though. That was I mean, I'll say I'm in two minds about that, and the reason for that is, one, yeah, defund the police is not a good idea at all. Let's be clear on that fact. It's not a good idea. Or more specifically, it's not a good idea to defund the police to the point where they are just ineffective. That is a terrible idea, and I think that's what some people, some of the more extreme ones, were looking to do. That being said, I think it is something worth at least discussing when it comes to how you allocate resources, right? Because that's something that I saw come up in that whole debate, which I thought was quite interesting, where you could have certain situations that police are sent to that don't necessarily require the police and might be better off with somebody who's, you know, more trained specifically for that specific situation. So I think there's something to be said about that, like sending people who are either say trained to deal with specific situations, either that or train the police to deal with those specific situations. You know what I mean? Because if you're sending people to deal with something that they're not really fully equipped to be dealing with, yeah, you could have problems. Okay, it can result in problems. So yeah, I think there's something to be said about how you allocate resources, and maybe not just sending the police to deal with everything that could perhaps be dealt with better by something more specific, say more what's the word, expertise, or what's the word, yeah, expertise. I think that's the right word.
Them fools are on the Jim Jones Kool-Aid brand for real.
Oh, the far left guys. Okay, yeah. Amber, what up, Amber? How you doing? Hope all is well. I hope all is well with you too. How you doing, Amber Zara Mugridge? So if I'm saying that wrong, appreciate you coming through. How's your day going? How's your day been? Appreciate you joining this impromptu live stream. I just had me a meal, which you missed, but it was a tasty meal. Well, it was an okay meal. So yeah.
It really makes no sense, Brax. If you had next to no police, then have your guns. How do you protect yourself from crime? That makes logical sense. If everyone behaved themselves, then people wouldn't need guns or knives to protect themselves. Well,
Ain't that the truth? If everybody just like stopped killing each other, then we wouldn't need all this. Ain't that the truth? We just need people to stop killing each other. That's what we need to do. Stop killing each other, stop fighting. I mean, you can solve crime. But yeah, I mean, it's I guess you could say it's a simple solution, but not necessarily a simple way of getting to that solution, unfortunately. Because yeah, there's a lot of different factors that needs to be considered and needs to be discussed, and the reason for one person committing a crime is massively different for another reason, nothing different reason for another person committing a crime, and you can't just be put all into the same box. You know, everything's gonna be dealt with on an individual basis as to what is the root cause of somebody doing something. You know, sometimes it's going to be down to individual circumstances and opportunities and things like that. Sometimes it can be down to, you know, mental issues or social issues or things like that. Sometimes it's going to be down to people just being completely misguided throughout their life and, you know, being told all kinds of madness. So yeah, a lot of different reasons as to why these things happen.
You said it mostly correct. Glad you are well. Nice that you had a tasty meal. Just relaxing myself. The UK weather has been a bit weird past few days. Can't make up if it's hot or cold. Ain't that the truth?
Which part of the UK you in, Amber? I'm in London. But yeah, it's been like that. It had some nice weather today though. It was sunny earlier today. But yeah, last few days it's been sunny, been raining, it's been all sorts. But it's quite nice today. It's quite nice today. It's nighttime right now and it's not raining, which is cool. And it is almost 11. It's about 20 to 11 right now, 20 to 11 p.m. Right now. So yeah, go for a little bit longer and we'll see. Little Jacob, what up? Appreciate you coming through. Are you in London too? Awesome. I'm sitting somewhere in Shepherd's Bush right now. So yeah, I'm a long way from where I reside, but hey, it is what it is.
Exactly. It's like redundancy, fueling with logic, no thinking, no foresight, and also you got some characters on the far right too. Americans will never willing to give up their constitutional rights to bear arms.
That's so it seems. So it seems.
I just keep to myself and watch my serial killer documentaries, eat the snacks and everyone. Let's get on with it, yeah.
I just drink water and mind my business. I go drink water and mind my business. My water's almost finished though.
It's sunny here again. It was raining on and off a couple of days ago.
Yeah, it's springtime, well ish, sort of. It's almost summertime, I guess. Technically it's like May. What were we now, May 20 something? What day is it today? 28th. We're almost in summer. I guess we're really, I don't know, when does summertime start? I guess it's kind of now, I suppose, or maybe in a week or two. I mean, who knows, right?
That's why I sit my ass firmly in the middle and don't argue over politics. Same here.
Yeah.
Shepherd's Bush is posh part of London.
Is it though? Is it though? I wouldn't call it posh. I mean, there are definitely, put it this way, London houses are expensive just no matter where you go. Like that's just a given. No matter where you go in London, you're paying through the nose for a house, right? Shepherd's Bush though, no, I wouldn't call it posh. If I mean, I don't know. Maybe you and I have a different definition of posh though. It is West London, yeah. Shepherd's Bush is West London. But you and I might have a different definition of posh. I would say posh parts of London would be like Mayfair, like that kind of area. What else? Parts of like Park Lane, maybe parts of Kensington. What else? Knightsbridge, parts of Knightsbridge. But yeah, Mayfair I'll say is the poshest part of London. Like if you see Mayfair, that is easily the poshest part of London in my opinion. Like yeah, that is posh. Shepherd's Bush, not so much. I mean, it's not ghetto. It's not ghetto, but I wouldn't call it posh.
Heck no.
Yeah. It's a cool area though. I like Shepherd's Bush. They got like a small supermarket. Not supermarket, shopping centre. They've got two shopping centres. There's a small one that's been there for years. And then I think like 10 years ago, 10, 15 years ago, or whenever it was, there's a Westfields that they got at Shepherd's Bush as well. Not quite where I am. It's maybe about a mile away from where there's a big Westfields. That was like the first one in London. So that's a big shopping area. So if you know, well, I'm sure you know about Westfields, Amber. But yeah, there's a few now. There's one in Shepherd's Bush and there's one in Stratford. But yeah, so there's a Westfields here, massive shopping center. And there's some posh shops in Westfields. Definitely that. There's definitely some posh shops in Westfields. But Shepherd's Bush as a whole, yeah, I wouldn't call it posh.
As that politics argue with themselves, I ain't getting involved. That's my brain in. That's your fault for living in London. That's why I'm a whole ass.
You know what? I know you put whole lass, right? I can see that you wrote whole and you wrote lass. I'm just saying, when I read it out, it just sounds like something else. But oh, babe. All right, cool. Cheap rent and drugs are cheaper. Also, if drugs are your thing. Yeah, I don't even know what they sell weed for down these parts anymore. I mean, I don't even, actually, no, I don't think I've ever bought weed, come to think of it. No, I've never ever bought weed, actually. I've never actually went out and bought weed. Like, it's always when I mean, back in my sort of uni days, it was like, you know, there's always somebody with a spliff, right? And you just like kind of pass it around, and there was that. And you know, there was a girl I was with for a little while at the time, and you know, she had her dealer. So when I was at her place, you know, yeah, again, just of her. But now I'm thinking about it, yeah, I've never actually went out and bought weed. I mean, these days I don't smoke weed now anyway. Like, it's long time I stopped doing that. So it's like, yeah, back when I was doing it, I always got it for free. I always got it for free. But and then I decided it's not for me. I stopped, and then I guess I've never paid for weed. I have never in my life paid for weed. So yeah, I don't know what they charge for weed down here, but yeah, it probably is expensive. Although technically weed is not a drug, I suppose. If we're talking drugs, it's not really a drug, it's a herb. Cocaine is a drug. Alcohol is a drug, actually. But yeah, I don't know what they're charging for that round these parts. Not the places I go.
I'm in Peterborough, which is home to all the greasy burgers and chips.
Greasy burgers are the best burgers. Well, I mean, depends. You don't want it too greasy, of course. You don't want it too greasy. But yeah, you don't want it like dry. You want it greasy enough to feel bad, but not so greasy that it just slips out your hand all the time. You know what I mean? Like, greasy enough to feel bad about eating it, but not so greasy that you can't eat it. I think that's a good balance of grease, I think.
I never bought it either. I used to pinch a bit from friends back in the day, but spend my own money. Not happening. At times, that's the best thing to do. It's the way to hit both sides, at least. Anyway, speaking of food, about to have some shrimp and wild rice.
Shrimp and wild rice. That rice be wild. That rice be wildin'. That rice be wildin' out. Yeah. I do still, I mean, yeah, I know quite a lot of people who, you know, partake in the weeds, but yeah, not for me. I ain't judging nobody. If that's what you do, that's what you do. That's your business. But nah, not for me. I ain't do that. But I do remember, like, getting high, like back in the day when I got high. And I believe possibly the only time I got high. Maybe not the only time, but certainly the time I got high, the highest, All right. When what I remember of the day is I was at a party, and yeah, weed. Yeah, everybody's smoking weed, so it's all the weed smokers in the air. Everybody's like passing around splits. You get a split from this direction, splits from that direction. You know, everybody's just it's just in the air. And I was sitting down, just like in this place. It's like all was weed smoke everywhere, right? For I don't know how long I was sitting down for. It's got to be at least an hour or more. Like I really don't know how long it was, but I was sitting down for ages, just in smoking and inhaling all this weed smoke, right? But what I remember is eventually standing up, right? And literally feeling like my torso was floating. Like I could not feel my legs. Like I'm looking down, I could see my legs, right? But I couldn't feel anything like below. I just felt like my torso was just floating in the air, and I'm like, whoa. I remember that. I remember that. That was a long time ago. A different life. A different life.
Honestly, I tend to listen to both sides and come to one conclusion, making me hungry.
Well, when you're hungry, you gotta scratch that itch. Well, you don't got to, but yeah.
Wendy's, McD's, Jack in the Box, and Steak and Shake burgers are my favorites.
We have Wendy's over. No, wait. Do we have Wendy's over here? Yeah, no, we do. We got Wendy's over here. We got Wendy's over here. They're a small chain though. They're not as big as they used to be, but there are still some Wendy's over here. McD's, yeah, of course we got those. Jack in the Box, I don't think we have that. Steak and Shake, I don't think we have that either. So yeah. Never bought weed either. Okay. Has any of us ever bought? Has anybody here ever bought weed? Or we all just a bunch of guys that steal weed off our friends but never actually pay for it? If that's so, I'm in good company. I'm in good company.
And can I open my bedroom window and get the smell of weed?
That's how you know the council stay. Yep. Just comes wafting through.
Some sort of out of body experience. Damn.
Yeah, for real, for real. It was like that. Just like, it's the weirdest feeling.
So I get independent, and that's the way to do it. All the ladies independent, all the men, all the rest of the men.
That's exactly how that song goes, by the way, in case you're wondering. So those are the actual lyrics.
Yes, a bunch of joker smokers.
Is that what it's called? Joker smokers. I don't even know if I've heard that term before, but I like it. I like it. Joker smokers. Okay, cool. That's what it's called. When you just nick weed off your friends and never ever pay for it. Joker smokers. Okay. I used to be a Joker smoker back in the day then. All right, cool. Joker smoker and proud. All right.
Rex is decided. You want just the right amount of grease on your burger. Yes, sir. Yeah, man, alright. Steak and Shake ain't my thing.
So you're gonna go out state for a Steak and Shake. Well, we gotta go out of country for steak and shake. How can we say it? We gotta go out of country for Steak and Shake, because I don't even think that's here. If it is, I ain't seen it. I ain't synced it. If it's here, I ain't synced it. We do have a Tim Hortons, which is a Canadian chain. I don't know how long they've been in London for. I remember passing one a little while ago, just passing Tim Hortons. I was like, right, I got Tim Hortons here now. So I don't know how many there are over here. It's probably not that many, I'd imagine. But yeah, there are Tim Hortons in London now. So if you're looking for that Canadian goodness, I went to Tim Hortons when I was in Canada. and now we got it over here. So it's probably not as good as the one in Canada, I'd imagine. I mean, I guess it's probably not as good, but still, the fact they got a Tim Hortons over here, I'm gonna have to try it one day. Yo, what up, Frozen Gamer? Wagwan.
Remember the last time I got seriously high, I fell asleep on a bar scale, dirty washing.
You got lucky, quite frankly. That could have been a lot worse. Dirty washing, yeah, that could have been. Yeah, that's like, you know what? That's something to be grateful for. If you get high, you fall asleep somewhere. Dirty washing is a good way to for it to end, because it could have been a lot worse.
I had dinner today, Donna. Dinner or Donna?
I mean, did you eat dinner? Or did you eat Donna? Did you eat dinner and Donna? Oh, I hope you satisfied them. Or did they satisfy you? Oh, mate. I mean, I just ate Donna, actually, so Donna didn't satisfy me, though. I mean, I liked her. I liked it. It was alright, but it didn't satisfy me. Oh, shit. Sorry, guys. Not sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
He's coming to YouTube in a bit. Everyone has made me hungry talking about food.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna end the stream in a little bit as well. We've got over an hour now, and I should be heading back to his house. So yeah, I'm probably gonna end the stream in a little bit.
Remember how Wendy's looked in the late 90s, early 2000s, back when it had some beauty to it?
I don't remember actually. There's actually a Wendy's not too far from where I live. No, shit, sorry. I'm thinking of Wimpy, not Wendy. I mixed them up. We have Wimpy over here. I don't know if we have a Wendy's over here. We have Wimpy over here. Wimpy is what we have over here. If there is a Wendy's, I don't think I've seen it. I was mixing it up with Wimpy. Sorry, my bad. My bad. We have Wimpy over here. Wendy, I don't know.
I tried the chocolate popcorn donut from Krispy Kreme's. Wasn't a fan. The chocolate popcorn.
That's what I had in the video, wasn't it? Yeah. I don't even remember what I thought of that. It was okay, I think. You didn't like it though. Okay.
Fresh, greasy, doner kebabs.
Yep.
Doner. It's my keyboard. Okay, cool.
Frozen Gamer 8 Donna. Wow. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed eating Donna.
That day, I should felt like I was on a cloud. I wasn't complaining. Oh, nice. Had both. You should try dinner.
Donna and Dina. Okay. I'll eat dinner afterwards.
Wimpy is shockingly bad. Now, I don't think I've ever eaten at Wimpy, you know. I'm probably not going to anytime soon, to be honest. But I know there's one not too far from me. But yeah, I don't think I've ever actually eaten at a Wimpy. Wimpy was rank. Okay. I'm packing up some clothes for a road Trip to Florida tomorrow for 2.5 weeks. Ooh, road trip, nice. Road tripping with my 2 favorite allies. Fully loaded, we've got snacks and supplies. Amber just ordered Chinese. Just make sure it's done fast. Chinese. Yeah. I don't mind some Chinese traditional foods. But, I mean, noodles is traditional Chinese, isn't it? That's alright. And ramen, or is that Japanese? I might be sounding a bit ignorant right now. I might be sounding a bit ignorant, just like which one. I think ramen is Japanese. I think that's all right though. Or was it noodles is Japanese? What? Ah, my bad. My bad. Catwick. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It's on Netflix. I haven't seen it yet, but yeah, I saw the thing come up. Catwick's alright still, you know. So I have to check that out. I watched Ricky Gervais's latest stand-up though the other day. That was pretty funny. I had a roast dinner. Was you roastina? Okay. I don't know, man. You might want a roastina before you eat. I mean, it might be painful. I'm just saying. Have you tried Pepe Pepe? I don't think I've even heard of that. I'm stealing your prawn crackers. You can have them. I need the meat. Forget the crackers. Amber needs the meat. Okay. I need to stop. I need to stop. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Yeah. So for those who are new here, to my channel, there's this village that we have. For those who are new to this village that we have here, I do live streams like this from time to time. I do videos, reactions, things like that from time to time. You know, I do all kinds of different stuff from time to time. You know, pretty much whatever's just on my mind or whatever. But I think the one thing, or the main thing, that is pretty consistent throughout most of the content that I put out on this channel is I pretty much make, like, I don't know, 80–90% puns and dirty jokes. Yeah, that's what we do here. 90% puns and dirty jokes. So that makes you a new bestie, decided. Awesome. I'm my bestie, I'll give them all to you. Oh, prawn crackers. Ugh. I was actually a prawn cocktail crisp today. They're all right. Yeah. I don't think I have a wimpy Peter bar anymore. Well, apparently that's probably a good thing from what I'm hearing. So. Oh, all right. Yeah, it is. What's the time? It is 11 p.m. now. So yeah, I think I better start wrapping up. Better start wrapping up and winding down and start heading back to my old town road. But yeah, so let's see. I recorded a video today actually, which I might post tomorrow, or I might decide not to. See how I'm feeling, really, because you know, I might watch it back and think, nah, maybe not. But yeah, but if not, then should be back live again on Monday with the movie night, watching Rosewood this coming Monday. So yeah,
For that, if Rosewood is on Amazon, you have to buy it or rent it if you want to watch it along. But if you'd rather not buy it or rent it, totally understand. I totally understand. That's cool. You can still come along to the movie night live stream, and just watch me watch it, and we'll still have some fun. And yeah, I'll try and record a new reaction for Firefly. Still getting through that, and try and post that during the week. And maybe some other videos as well. We'll see. Oh, for those who are interested in my podcast, so yeah, put up a new episode of the Uncivilized Arts podcast over on the Uncivilized Arts YouTube channel. There's a link to that in the description. But yeah, I was talking to my man Sweet Bundy. We were talking about cloud gaming, like pros, cons, who's it for, who's it not. We talked all kinds of stuff about cloud gaming, and some other stuff as well. So yeah, if you check that out, be much appreciated. And I think that's all the things I want to say for now. So
yeah, we have connected until that case, but it's whatever. It's okay, so we have connected. The quadcopters will be there for you.
Oh, that is sweet. We don't. What's that? How's it go? I don't. I'm trying to get my Vin Diesel voice. I don't have fans. I have family. That's not a Vin Diesel voice, actually. It's a pretty crap Vin Diesel voice. But still, we're like a little family here. We're like a little we're a village. We're a little village here, you know. So welcome one and all. Amber and Sam is connected. That's awesome. That is awesome. Over prawn cocktails. Because why not? Why not? But anyway, this is my favorite. Oh, I appreciate you, Sam. You're still my third favorite. I might bump you up to 2.5. We'll see. We'll see. Dirty jokes all the way. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. Oop. Buddy. All right. All right. Guys. Wow. I won't repeat it then. Guys, you have been awesome as always. I appreciate you and all that you do. Thank you for keeping me company. Thank you for keeping it lively. The village is strong because you make it strong. And we're only going to get stronger. So until whenever, if ever, peace.